Okay. Good evening, USA, Canada, worldwide, Long Island, aka Strong Island, plus the five spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens. I'm your man, G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator. Yes, this is G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator, misunderstood lonely nomad, creator, YouTuber, host with the most, essential hard worker, the unstoppable independent podcaster, and rookie podcaster of Queens, New York. And you're rocking with the 176th episode of Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast. We got a jam-packing show for you today with interesting topics, from serious to funny stories in store for you. So stick around so you don't miss a beat. And we're live and direct from StreamYard alongside with YouTube. And along with myself, it's the Instagram live feed. Make sure you turn on your notifications for updates on each episode that's going to be dropping every week. And a little reminder that every Monday, every Wednesday, and every Friday is when you're going to get the episodes. So there you go, right there. In the meantime, if you're new to the channel and you missed any previous episodes, latest episodes, don't worry. Everything is all there on the YouTube channel page of G Money Stacks 555, where you see all the New York episodes already posted and uploaded. So go ahead and tap that noni bell, grab that subscribe button, leave a like and a comment along with the episodes, with the topics that's being discussed. And of course, be sure to um tell a friend to another friend, share the episodes, and of course, I'll handle the audio streaming platforms of where you can listen to these episodes on every streaming platform at the end of the show. Now, yeah. Now, I didn't have time to discuss the acronym as far as the Crown Act that I just talked about in episode 175. So I want to actually let y'all know what it stands for, just the breather. So I got y'all. Don't worry. Um so let me see. So Crown stands for creating a respectful and open world for natural hair. This is basically the petition I was talking about yesterday. No, not yesterday. That I was talking about in the previous episode 175. Um and and I did add a link where you could actually do the petition. It's in the link in the bio where it says Linktree /G Money Stacks 555, and you're gonna see this website right here. The the website right here is www.thecrownact.com. That's www.thecrownact.com. This is basically pertaining to ending hair discrimination, and it's made into a law in certain states. I was looking at the story, and in the picture map where certain states are already making it illegal to discriminate against a person's hairstyle or whatever. So yeah, that's the website right there. Don't forget to go to the link in bio and sign the petition so we can end this fucking hair discrimination shit in workplaces, schools, and other places whatsoever. I mean, enough is enough, man. That's how I feel, man. That's basically how I fucking feel, man. This shit has been going on for years. But anyway, man, now that I got that out the way, let's hop into some New York Mass Transit files. Today's topic in the Metro New York Transit news has to do with let's see. It has to do with I just had the story. Here it is. All right, you might be able to avoid the traffic to Penn Station with this new mode of transportation. The Highline X Moynihan Connector will link the Highline spur to the public plaza at Manhattan West. The route will lead all the way to Moynihan Train Hall on 9th Avenue. The connector broke in February of this year, but with consideration starting now, it will hopefully be reopened for use in the spring of 2023, which is next year. The design for the connector was originally made in collaboration with James Corner Field Operations, who was a part of the Highline's original design, and Skidmore, Owings, and Morrill. The Highline's connection to Moynihan Train Hall and other nearby attractions complements our investments in Midtown West, encourages better pedestrian access, and provides New Yorkers with a truly one of a kind experience, said New York Governor Kathy Hochul when referring to the original unveiling of the Highline X Moynihan Connector in September 2021. The main purpose of the connector is to bring New Yorkers a safe, quicker, and more enjoyable way to get to where they need to go. The connector will link together neighborhoods, institutions, businesses, parks, and transportation hubs. The connector consists of two intersecting bridges, and Woodland Bridge and the Warren Truss style timber bridge. Of a majority of construction has been focused on the Woodland Bridge, which branches off of the Highline spur and serves as the main connection point. The bridge is made up out of heavy-duty, custom-shaped precast concrete panels supported by a steel structure. The bridge creates an approximately 370-foot long planter, excuse me. The Woodland Bridges, V-shaped, allows up to 5 feet of soil. This means that the structure will be able to support large-scale trees to provide the city with another point of natural beauty. In the next few months, the bridge will be prepared and filled with soil. Once it is secure, the planting will begin. The bridge's walkway will be suspended over the planter's soil, allowing for healthy root growth and protection for the plants. The design will allow for rain water to drip down into the soil, which will minimize irrigation demands and upkeep. The bridge will be partially self-sustaining. Um, I am personally excited about the Hold on. Seasonal seasonality seasonality of the planting design, said Isabel Castilla, principal at James Corner Field Operations, who is working on the landscape design. It will contribute to providing a very varied experience to users across the year, with open vistas, and sun exposure in the winter, a colorful array of flowers in the spring, a great sense of enclosure and dappled shade in the summertime, and rich colors in the fall. The newest addition to the connection, the Timber Bridge, will be pre-constructed in sections off-site and then assembled along Dyer Avenue in the next coming months. The Woodland Bridge and the Timber Bridge will connect with each other. Okay, so let's okay, so Not sure what to make of it, but I'm not even going to get into. I'm not even going to get into my thoughts on that one. Now, we got some stuff to talk about here. So, first and foremost, we need to talk about how inflation is going to be how's it going to be costing people. And this is crazy, man. And I talked about this previously in episode 171. So this is going to be an updated story on how inflation is going to be affecting businesses. So this is hold on a second. So this is going to be remains to be seen. Here we go. All right, y'all probably know previously in episode 171 we did talk about how inflation really sucks for a lot of businesses, and this is pretty much the sequel to the recession from what I'm basically hearing. And here's what's going on here according to amnewyork.com. Gas prices have fallen from the record highs they reached earlier this summer, but they are still much higher than a year ago. And with inflation driving up the cost of pretty much everything else, finding the funds to cover your commute may be increasingly tricky. Being able to get to work is so essential to people's basic survival that other things have to go first, said Abby Langston, director of equitable economy at Policy Link, a national research institute. When we see these massive increases in gas prices, it's really hurting people. Yeah, it is really hurting people, man. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Where do you drive? Take the bus or ride the subway. Here's what you need to know about how commuters are affected by the cost of living in the United States. It's not just New York, man. It's all over. More than so, how are gas prices affecting commuters? More than 76% of Americans commute by car. In June, they saw gas prices spike beyond $5 per gallon, while prices have dropped significantly since the national average price of a gallon of regular unleaded was $3.99 on Thursday, still higher than $3.19 a year ago. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, a year ago. That's crazy, man. Um, yeah, so that's crazy, man. That's really crazy. Um, Costanza, um, Costanza Betancourt, a paralegal from Mohegan Lake, New York. Never heard of this area. Needs gas to commute 20 minutes each way to work and also uses her car to get to clients who are families who recently immigrated to the US. It's been very difficult. I've been learning to budget my money a little bit better, Benton Core said. Because of the high cost of living in Westchester County, she has also struggled with moving out of her parents' home into her own. AAA survey data published in July found that almost 64% of US adults have changed their driving habits or lifestyle since March of this year. The top 3 changes included driving less, combining errands, and reducing shopping or dining out. That can't be easy for a lot of people. So I know this is a heavy burden on everybody too, man. Yeah, there's a lot of people are, there's some people that's moving out of New York, going to different states like California and stuff. But the cost of living over there is mad expensive too, compared to Jersey, compared to Maryland. I mean, you just name it though, man. Anywhere, any state that you go to, no matter how cheap it is, it's gonna go up regardless. It's gonna go up regardless, man. Anyway, so people choose houses, the type of car that they drive, and how much they drive based on the assumption of how much they can afford to drive. And when that changes, it becomes really difficult to give people alternatives, said Yona Freemark, senior research associate at the Urban Institute, a nonprofit research organization based in Washington, D.C. For workers who take public transportation, increasing gas prices might not directly affect their bus or train fare, but the rising cost of living might affect their ability to afford those tickets. Which commuters are the most affected, you ask? Housing and transportation combined account for more than half of an average family's spending, according to the Brookings Institution's Affordability Index. For low income families, the percentage spent on housing and transportation can be even higher, meaning they are hit hardest by rising prices. People are really struggling right now. They are foregoing childcare. They are not seeking medical care or rationing prescription drugs, said Langston, who points out that 1 in 3 people in the U.S. are at or near poverty. The COVID-19 slamdemic highlighted many inequalities in society, including who got to work from home. The majority of the Latino and immigrant workforce doesn't have the luxury to work from home, said Yanira Marino, um, national president of the Labor Council for Latin American Advancement. Only 16.2% of Latino workers and 19.7% of Black, aka African American workers, were able to work from home in 2020, compared to 37% of Asian workers and 29.9% of non-Hispanic white workers, according to the Economic Policy Institute. Low income families are also more likely to rent their homes, which then makes them more vulnerable to the rising prices of housing. Let me see. Yeah, rising prices of housing, according to Freemark. Vicente Gonzalez, a postal worker in Ball Heights, never heard of this area, but a neighborhood of Los Angeles, has seen members of his community move further away because they can't afford to pay their rent. A lot of people are moving to cheaper areas, but there's no jobs out there, so they end up driving all day, said Gonzalez. As much as people want to buy an electric car and save gas, they really have no choice. The average worker commutes for 26.9 minutes, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. However, workers of color have longer commute times than white workers, regardless of income level, according to data by the National Equity Atlas. How do experts recommend tackling this issue in the long term, you ask? San Jose State University professor Asha Weinstein um, Agarwal believes that in order to make a long-term change, government officials need to invest in public transportation, but also incentivize the use of fuel-efficient vehicles. If we truly want to reduce people's transportation costs, it's not something you can do in a month, but we should help them get more electric vehicles. That is going to have far more impact,
especially low-income families, she said. E-bikes or electric vehicles are also a more environmentally friendly mode of transportation, Fremont said. Alternatively, both Langston and Fremont believe that raising people's wages and developing affordable housing would help to create an environment where everyone can weather hard times. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is tough, man, and I'm not so sure that's gonna really work out in their favor. So I'm not so sure how that's gonna work. So, so you know, if I get any more information, I'll just bring it to the segment right here of remains to be seen. So there you go, right there. And now we could get to chatting all the jazz with all the funny stories and all the serious stories and funny stories. So here we go. Okay, now, okay, I did come across a story. I forget. Well, before I get to the shark attack thing, um, it's been a water main break in New Jersey. Yes, a huge water main break in Newark, New Jersey left much of the state's largest city without running water as temperatures reached 100 degrees Tuesday. Several Newark hospitals, including University Hospital and Beth Israel Medical Center, were forced to close to non-emergency patients, and city workers had to go door to door, handing out water in the north and westward and part of the south and central wards, Mayor Raz Baraka said. The water emergency was caused by a 140-year-old 72-inch pipe that ruptured in Branch Brook Park around 8 a.m. Authorities said. Yeah, more than 100,000 people in Newark and neighboring Belleville were put under a boil water advisory, according to officials. That included all of Belleville's approximately 38,000 residents. Because of the water main break, some residents may be experiencing discarded water, and others may have low water pressure or no water. An afternoon statement issued by Belleville Township read. The emergency led Newark's Board of Education also to cancel all summer school classes and activities Tuesday. Roadways in Branch Brook were transformed to a murky brown river because of the main break, according to the footage captured by Bellevue Mayor Michael Melham. The car was all but swallowed by a sinkhole in the park. The overwhelming majority of the residents had access to some water by Tuesday night, according to Belleville town manager Anthony Locano, who said a boil water advisory would remain in effect until workers could repair the broken pipe and test the water. Um, we're fortunate that lines of this nature and this size do not break as often as they could because 140 years is a concern, Locano told the Post. The dire situation came on the same day state environmental protection officials issued a drought watch and asked New Jersey residents to conserve water. New York had not seen a high temperature below 90 degrees since August 1st, according to Weather Underground records. Damn, that's tough, man. I feel bad for the New Jerseyans right now, though, man, who actually is living in that area. that's that's tough, man. But hopefully in the upcoming months they'll be able to take care of this mess. So That's just how I feel about this. This is just crazy to me. And people don't deserve to live that way, though, man. Especially with the water being a different color, unlike what went down in Flint, Michigan. So so yeah. Now now we go to now we go to now we go to the shark attacks in Jones Beach and Rockaway Beach. Now, why sharks, you ask? Well, first story has to do in Jones Beach. So let's get to that. So swimming at three popular Long Island beaches was halted Thursday after two sharks were spotted, the latest in a rash of recent sightings, officials said. The Jones Beach State Park Beaches Central Mall, the East Bathhouse, and West Bathhouse were closed at 12:15 p.m. A rep for the beach said. A shark-related swimming ban was lifted an hour later, but folks still couldn't go in the water due to lightning as of 4 p.m. Thursday, the rep said. The shark scare, which was reported by state police, came after several other sharks were spotted in Long Island waters, including a Bay Beach and Davis Park Beach earlier in July. Okay. At least six people, including lifeguards, surfers, and tourists, have also been bitten by sharks in the past 3 weeks, according to the victims and officials. Chilling footage shot by drone at Jones Beach on July 11th shows a shark hunting a school of fish near the shoreline, though it's unclear if it was the same predator that shuttered beaches Thursday. The aerial video released on Monday was filmed by a New York State Department of Parks and Recreation lifeguard. In other shark attack news, you rarely hear about shark attacks in Queens, which has to do with um Rockaway Beach, which is a shame. That's crazy. That's really crazy, man. The latest Jaws sequel is playing out at Rockaway Beach, which is in Queens. And yet another shark sighting in New York this summer. Two of the sea beasts were spotted swimming in the waters off the Queens beach on Monday, according to ABC7. It's scary. I've never heard of sharks being out here like this before, one beachgoer told NBC. Drone footage captured last Wednesday showed a shark feeding on bunker fish 150 feet from the shore off Beach 73rd Street, and just one of 15 shark sightings caught on video that day. Shark attacks have been extremely prevalent this summer, with multiple incidents happening around the globe and a rising presence in New York waters. In the past week, an 8-year-old boy was bitten on both legs in the Bahamas, while drone footage captured two swimmers within feet of a 7-foot shark in Florida. Earlier this summer, Jones Beach put a ban on swimming after two sharks were spotted, and in another instance, drone footage spotted great whites just 100 feet off the shore of New York beaches. Rockaway Beach also shut down for summer in July due to shark sightings. The rise in shark attacks has even been driving beach lovers to the pool instead of the ocean. But sharks aren't the only thing keeping people away from the ocean. A warning about strong rip currents has been issued to those planning to swim, as rip currents can take even the most experienced swimmers out to sea. Damn, that reminds me of Poseidon. Yeah, lifeguards at Jones Beach made more than 100 serious rescues Sunday, ABC 7 reported. John Hurley, a lifeguard at Jones Beach, told the outlet that he rescued a man from a rip current Sunday. I was able to spot the rip current before he was really struggling and really going under, he said. I'm going to say this again, folks. Listen, there's no such thing. There's no such thing as a shark as a pet. There's no such thing as a shark being a pet, man. Come on. Do you like this is crazy. I just find it so crazy to me, man. There's like I was actually speaking to somebody months ago online actually, and she was talking about how how people are basically, messing with sharks where they're not supposed to, and to say that it's a misconception, but I don't know if I don't know if I can imagine myself having a fucking shark as a damn pet. It's the most dangerous creature in the oceans. Like seriously, like seriously, do not get a shark as a fucking pet, man, because you don't want to get eaten, man. You don't. You don't, man, for real. You really don't want that to happen to you. You really don't, man. Seriously. Yeah, yeah. That right there is a little crazy though, man. But anyway, man. Yeah. So, all right. So moving on to the next topic. Um, moving on to the next topic. Now we go to. Hold on. So last week was hip hop's birthday. It just turned 49 years old. I did talk about it on my other platform, Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast review show, actually. So I did talk about that as well. Um so so here it is. So so this is according to the source website. It was on this day 49 years ago, August 11, 1973, that Kool Herc threw his legendary Back to School basement party, which would go on to create the foundation for hip hop music through the the breakbeat DJ technique he used to keep the party rocking. Many aspiring MCs at the time paired the break with the rhymes flowing through their minds, jump starting, excuse me, a sound and movement that is now considered to be the most popular genre in music, hip hop, which is true. Um, Many are familiar with the story of the 1520 Cedric Avenue, aka Hip Hop Boulevard. Of course, is there's a recreation center, and how Jamaican born Herc attracted the youth from the community and other boroughs that had already made names for themselves in other aspects of the culture. So it includes b-boying, graffiti, and MCing. What has been often omitted from history is the climate in NYC, which stands for New York City, where the city was on the brink of bankruptcy, while crime and white flight was at an all-time high. Damn. These were the circumstances in which the culture of hip hop was born and thrived throughout the city for about a decade before it became recognized by the mainstream. So salute to the pioneers of the era, such as Kool Herc, Africa Bambaataa, Coke La Rock. Oh shit. Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, the Funky Four plus one more, the Magnificent Seven, and a host of others who were there at the foundation. Thank you for giving us what we can document now as hip hop history. Okay. Give me 1 second, folks. All right. let's make some noise for hip hop who turned 49 years old and looking forward to 50 years. Okay. All right. Now up next, what we have here is we have let's go to IDK. All right. Hold on a minute. Yeah, let's go to IDK. So don't know who this guy is, but anyway. So IDK is a rapper first and foremost, but he cares about his business as much as he does his music. The rapper put in paperwork to own the trademark to his stage name back in September 2021, meaning anyone that wants to use it has to ask for permission. On Tuesday, July 19th, the Maryland native stumbled upon a Twitter ad from Popeyes promoting their new IDK meal that comes with a chicken sandwich and a premium classic lemonade or strawberry lemonade, both chilled or frozen, for $6. That's right, $6. IDK was not happy finding the tweet, especially when people asked him if he was involved with the new campaign. He made it clear he's not by retweeting the post and demanding answers for the advertisements. Popeyes, y'all know I own the trademark for IDK. Listen, I don't know if you could own an acronym like that. I don't know if you could do that. But IDK stands for I don't know. I don't understand why you trying to make a trademark out of this shit anyway, man. Why don't you just call the business something else? Like, like it's just so fucking ridiculous, man. Yeah. The rapper tweeted in response to the ad, "People are confused and think I have something to do with this when no one reached out to me. Can we fix this?" While IDK might think he has a case against Popeyes, one Twitter user brought up the rights IDK's company No Clue LLC owns regarding the three letters, and it happens to only be in specific classes such as audio and video recordings, merchandise, and entertainment services. It appears to not include food. IDK recently kicked off a world tour with Mavi, which started in Switzerland on June 30th. It will take in dates in Canada, North America, and will wrap in Europe. The tour supports his Contranata produced EP Simple, which dropped earlier in May and featured appearances from Mike Dimes and Denzel Curry. Yeah, so there you go right there, man. Look, I don't know, man. This is just crazy. I just find it ridiculous, man. Over an acronym. Well, good and hella well that the acronym IDK stands for I don't know. I don't know how you're gonna pull I don't know how you're gonna pull this off, but good luck with that shit, man. um Speaking of luck, Artist First strikes partnership with Quality Films to finance and produce scripted series and films. So here we go. So exclusive Quality Films and the film and TV division of hip hop record label Quality Control has partnered with production and talent management company Artist First. The joint venture will focus on the financing, development, and production of the film and scripted TV projects in the $10 million and under range. Artist First client rosters ranges from award-winning creators like Jordan Peele, Kanye Barris, and John Chu to actors like Anthony Anderson, Aquafina, Martin Lawrence, John Travolta, Niecy Nash, and Tracy Ellis Ross. The two companies will work on projects with their clients, music artists, and brands, and both firms will exec produce series and films that emerge of the pack. It is the latest partnership for quality films, which is behind Amazon's Little Baby Doc Untrapped, at the deals with critical content and trial trial scope studios. Um, End quote. We are beyond excited to align with E. Brian Dobbins and the stellar team at Artist First, said Quality Films President Brian Scher. Our two companies are very like-minded in philosophy and taste, and we know that together we will tell amazing, important, and entertaining stories. Artists First productions include ABC's Blackish, Mixed-ish, and Freeform's Grownish, TBS the Last OG, Comedy Central's Aquafina is Nora from Queens, and Netflix's Hit and Run. Recent productions include ABC's The Gong Show and Netflix Flaked. Artists First also produced New Line Universal's Central Intelligence in the feature film world. New Lines Keanu starring Keegan Michael K. No, Michael Key, excuse me, and Jordan Peele, and the Paramount's Like a Boss starring Tiffany Haddish. Additionally, Artist First also has a partnership with Spyglass, Broken Road, and Propagate in Artist Road, focusing on lower budget comedy feature films. Added E. Brian Dobbins, co-president of Artist First. I have a deep amount of respect and admiration for what QC has built and stands for. So the opportunity to join forces is thrilling. The joint venture between Artists First and QC provides the opportunity to bring groundbreaking stories to the market and continue to define culture. We are excited to announce our partnership for Artists First. With our combined roster and know-how, we now have even more tools at our disposal to continue telling culturally driven stories that make an actual impact at the ground level. The partnership is a no-brainer, added Kevin Coach K. Lee, COO of Quality Control. All right. Yeah, I like to make some noise for these for quality films and art and Artists First. Up next, um, up next, what we have here is all right, Eddie Murphy. All right, so I've been saving this story actually. So speaking of Eddie Murphy is set to star in and produce Candy Cane Lane, a new holiday comedy for Prime Video. Reginald Hudlin will direct the film, produced by Amazon Studios, Imagine Entertainment, and Eddie Murphy Productions, from a spec script written by Kelly Younger and inspired by Younger's childhood holiday experiences. Murphy is on board as a producer, serving alongside Imagine's Brian Grazer and the company's president of features, Karen Lunder, and Sharice Hewitt Webster. With Hudlin at the helm, the new movie reunites the team behind the hit romantic comedy Boomerang and marks the seventh feature collaboration for Grazer and Murphy. Plot details are being kept under wraps, and production will begin this winter in Los Angeles, California. Um, The holiday season is my favorite time of year. Just ask my family about my 9-hour Christmas playlist, stated Huddling. I'm excited to be working again with Eddie Murphy, Brian Grazer, and Amazon. Um, and in case you're wondering, this is from the Variety article right here. Now I'm looking at. The new project is the first film in Murphy's first look deal with Amazon Studios, which the parties formalized in 2021 following the successful launch of Coming to America on the streamer. Jennifer Salk, head of Amazon Studios, said, "In quote, as we know firsthand with our hit Coming to America, Eddie is someone who brings global audiences together, and we can't wait to make it happen again. We look forward to seeing the multi-talented Reggie Hudlin take the helm in bringing this future holiday classic to life." Oscar and Emmy nominated producer and director Hudlin has directed films like House Party, Boomerang, Marshall, the Black Godfather, and Safety, and produced movies like Django Unchained, as well as series including Fat Tuesday, Friday Night Vibes with Tiffany Haddish, The Boondocks, and the Black Panther animated series. I didn't know there was an animated series for that. Um, Anyway, in May, Variety exclusively reported that Hudlin would return to produce the Emmys for the third consecutive year. Hudlin is also the second African American to produce the Oscars. In addition to his work in film and television, Hudlin is also a comic book writer and has created award-winning runs on the Black Panther and Spider-Man, and is the co-owner of Milestone Media, which develops multi-ethnic superhero properties for print, movies, and television in partnership with Warner Media. Younger's credits include writing and developing several projects for the Muppet Studio, having already co-created and co-executive produced Muppets Now, and written and co-executive produced the 2022 PGA Award winner Muppets Haunted Mansion. Muppets Haunted Mansion. Oh boy. Additionally, Younger has story credit on Disney animations Ralph Breaks the Internet, and also contributed to Frozen 2, Moana, and Raya and the Last Dragon during his time serving as a member of the Disney Animation Story Trust. As for Murphy, the Oscar nominated and Emmy winning actor and comedian who has been one of Hollywood's most successful box office performers throughout the course of his 40-year career, is on a roll. In addition to Coming to America, Murphy also starred as Rudy Ray Moore in the critically acclaimed Netflix movie Dolomite Is My Name, and won his first Emmy for his big return as host of Saturday Night Live. He is next set to produce and star in Netflix's Beverly Hills Cop 4, and will appear opposite Jonah Hill in the upcoming Kenya Barris directed comedy You People. What do you mean, you people? That phrase is from Tropic Thunder, folks, in case you didn't know. Oh shit. Oh shit. That's funny, man. Oh shit. Oh my gosh, that's funny right there. Oh shit. That's funny, man. Um Oh my gosh. Okay. Now, can we talk about the musicians playing underwater for a second? Like, I never really understood this. That's why I was like, what is going on here? Why are musicians so actually, yeah, we're gonna get into that actually. So yeah, here we go. When I saw this story about musicians playing underwater, I wasn't sure how they was gonna pull this shit off. I was not sure how they was gonna pull it off, but yeah, let's get into it. So this is from winknews.com, and this took place in Big Pine Key, Florida. So they weren't in a yellow submarine, but hundreds of people spent time below the waves Saturday for a music festival off the Florida Keys. The Beatles hit and other ocean themed songs like the theme to the Little Mermaid were part of the entertainment during the Lower Keys Underwater Music Festival. The divers and snorkelers, many dressed as mermaids and sea creatures, enjoyed music played through waterproof speakers dangling from boats floating above the Florida Keys National Marine Sanctuary. The festival took place at Low Key Reef, about 6 miles, which is like 10 kilometers, from Big Pine Key. The event at the continental United States' only living coral barrier reef raised awareness on how divers can protect the reef by not touching corals or leaving litter underwater. Using mooring buoys instead of anchoring when boating, respecting dive flags and other ways of minimizing environmental impacts. Participants swam among marine life and coral formations and described the music as um, ethereal and a bit muted and emanating from all directions. Wow, that's a big contribution to actually save corals and stuff. So a round of applause for the people, the musicians, for the musicians who are taking charge of coral and underneath the water. Um okay, let's get to all right, let's get to Snoop Dogg real quick. All right, let's get to Snoop Dogg. Where is it? Where is it? Okay. Okay, hold on. Actually, okay. So what we have here is okay. So Benny the Butcher, AK. Wait, what? Wait a second. Benny Blanco? Oh, Benny Blanco. Okay, Benny Blanco has enlisted Snoop Dogg and BTS members um, Jimin V and Jung Cook for his new single "Bad Decisions." The single will appear on the producer's upcoming third album, which is expected later this year. Despite the title implying unwelcome choices, the song is a euphoric, flirty dance track with, with the artists declaring they want to be with the one they desire all of the time. And as Snoop explains on his verse, it's bad meaning bad, like bad meaning good. Nah, I'm a little confused on that one. I'm a little confused on that one though, right there though, man. So in the Ben Sinclair directed video, Benny finds himself excited, preparing for an upcoming BTS concert, learning dance routines, baking cakes, getting his fit together. On the way to the concert, he's stuck in traffic and with the show's start time approaching, abandons his car to run to the stadium only to find the show takes place the following day. Oh damn. The BTS members delivered the song soaring hook. If you want my love, come a little bit closer. Don't make me wait. Let's make some bad decisions. I want you, oh baby, all the time. So give me all your kisses. I want you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, baby, every night. Oh man. Nah, I don't know, man. I don't know how to make of this lyric though. I really don't know, man. So anyway, so Snoop's lines are punctuated with BTS buoyant oh yeah refrains. Everybody see me looking fly, oh yeah. And I think I know the reason why, oh yeah, he raps. Cause I got you right here by my side, oh yeah. And I can't let you just walk away. If I ain't with you, I'm not okay. While Bad Decisions is the first time Snoop, Jimin, and V and Jung Cook have all teamed up with Blanco. It's the second time Blanco and BTS have collaborated earlier in the year. He mashed up remixes of the group's Fake Love, Life Goes On, and Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Anyway, all right, Black Thought. All right, so Black Thought is taking his attention to detail on the stage to the ever changing world of finance. And he explains to aid the black community in the process. The Roots frontman announced his new venture on Instagram, revealing he has joined the venture capital firm Impellant Ventures as a general partner, in a move that will help diversify his portfolio. Black Thought's mission in his newly appointed role is to demystify the world of finances and bridge the gap for black entrepreneurs. Now, I don't know what demystify actually means, but I'll look it up later. Financial literacy and understanding investments are the first steps in creating generational wealth. The Roots MC expressed in a post on Instagram. The space has always been fairly intimidating, difficult to navigate. I intend to change that. Ran by David Brown and Philip Beauregard. Implement Ventures is a firm hoping to back Rust Belt startups that can benefit from capital connections in tech hubs like New York and Boston. In addition, the Rochester, New York based firm hopes that Tariq Trotter's inclusion will inspire other people from underrepresented communities to throw their hats in the investment ring. And Black Thought believes he's perfect. He's the perfect vessel. My brand is kind of like a bridge. And then people also look to my lyrical content for historical and political commentary, which helps inform them. Try to articulate to ACOs. When people see me out on the street, they don't feel I'm the sort of celebrity that far removed from them. On another planet with nothing in common. There's a blue collar rock star thing about the Roots that's approachable and understandable. And I think any company or brand aligned with that will appear more so as well. Elsewhere, Black Thought recently released a video for Because featuring Joey Badass, Russ, and Dylan Cartledge. The single the single is set to appear on his collaborative LP with Danger Mouse entitled Cheat Codes. His upcoming collaboration with Danger Mouse will feature appearances from the aforementioned artists, Michael Kiwanuka, Raekwon the Chef, Kid's sister, A-Star Rocky, aka Late Rocky, Run the Jewels, the late great MF Doom, excuse me, and Conway the Machine. Cheat codes is already, I think, already past August 12th already. So that if you haven't heard it, I suggest you go check it out on Spotify and other music platforms wherever you get your music. So there you go, right there. And let's see what else we got to talk about in this agenda. Um, I think we could go to we can go to we could go to places to eat and drink. So eat and drink it is, man. Haven't done that in a long time. Well, actually, haven't done that in a long time, actually. So eat and drink. So some days it's difficult to get up in the morning and feel energized. That's why tons of Americans turn to coffee to get their daily caffeinated energy boost. The New York Coffee Festival will be celebrating this timeless beverage from October the 7th through the 9th, which is Halloween month. This year's festival is partnered with a variety of different coffee shops to bring you diverse flavors. Um, yes, diverse flavors and an enjoyable experience for everyone. Some shops to look forward to are Slayer espresso machines, Rocka chocolate, Oatly, Oatly, Oatly Blank Street, Bodum, Rishi, Rishi Tea, Donut Chai, Variety Coffee Roasters, Bluestone Lane, Sweet Leaf Coffee Roasters, Paula Coffee, Baton Kill Valley Creamery, Rowan Cole Irish Whiskey, Barista Attitude, and more, and many more. So the festival does not just celebrate coffee, but also food, cocktails, tea, live music, and art. A variety of street food will also be served, so you are not drinking on an empty stomach. The over 100 exhibitors will offer limited tasting of their products over the 3-day celebration. And 100% of the festival's profits will be donated to Project Waterfall, an NYC based charity organization that provides clean, life saving water to countries that grow coffee beans. The charity has donated over $2 million to these communities, giving about 70,000 people the human right to clean water. End quote. We are incredibly proud of the work we have achieved with charity water since the beginning of our partnership in 2014, shares festival founder Jeffrey Young. Through the New York and Los Angeles coffee festivals, we've raised over $280,000 and reached over one, 7,800 people with clean drinking water and and Rwanda and Ethiopia. This year, we are hoping to change even more lives. The lab will also be collaborating with the festival to offer guests interactive demonstrations, workshops, talks, and tastings. The Coffee Music Project will be the ones to provide the live music, while the Coffee Art Project will be the ones to provide art from local emerging artists for the festival. The festival will be at the Metropolitan Pavilion on 125 West 18th Street. The tickets start at $38 and can be purchased in the link where it says here in red. Go now because they are expected to sell out quickly. So go to www.amny.com/entertainment/things to do. More vendors added, and this is in the section of eat and drink. All right. So there you go, right there. Yes. Up next, the survey. A survey finds that New Yorkers skip meals due to unfavorable food prices. Wow. Wait, what? Wait. I'll tell you why. New York City, the city of dreams where anyone can make it, is slowly becoming impossible to live in. Slowly impossible to live in. Well, New York is not the only place. That New York is not the only place, man. I mean, California, there's other states that's actually expensive too, man. No matter where you go, it's always going to be. And don't think because it's cheap right now, it's it's going to stay the same. It's not going to stay the same, man. So I don't want to give anybody's hopes up or anything like that, though, man. So you know what I'm saying. So anyway, yeah, not only are rent prices going through the roof, but the price of a human necessity food is becoming unaffordable. According to studies done by the Washington Post and CNN, inflation has peaked at its highest point in 40 years. There is a reported 12% jump in the price of grocery store food items compared to May of 2021. From May 2021 to May 2022, there has been a 32.2% increase in the price of eggs, 14.2% increase in meat, poultry, and fish, and an 11.8% increase in dairy products. This escalating inflation is not being matched by workers' salaries as as necessary living conditions like food and shelter become more expensive. Wages stay the same, leaving people with no option but to skip out on meals. That's not good. That's not good at all, man. This escal this escalation of price has been on a steady rise since 1981, but we are seeing the worst repercussions of it right now. Many Americans put away their money as a just in case security. Many are finding that the rainy day fund is needed now to afford simple needs like food and housing. This leaves them with no security in funds that they might need more excuse me, might need for future worries like hospital bills, tickets, and more. Coupon Birds, an online coupon finder, conducted a survey of 3,500 adults to find out how many Americans have skipped meals or stopped eating as much due to unaffordable prices. The data revealed that 42% of adults in New York State said that they do eat less or skip meals completely due to rapid inflation. That is a total of 6,419,208 people who are not eating until they are full. Damn. Hawaii has reportedly been hit the hardest by inflation, not only in their grocery stores, but in every other market as well. CNBC presented that Hawaii topped the number one spot on the top 10 most expensive states to live in. The average price of a home in Honolulu, Hawaii is 1 million, get this, 1 million $399,439, while their energy bills cost an average of a whopping 369 $369.53. Wow. Yeah. Other states like West Virginia reported that 75% of respondents eat less, totaling 1,074,435 people. The lowest figure to South Dakota and Wyoming, with 22% of people skipping or cutting out their meals, respectively. See, this is where the word famine comes in, folks. and that's not really looking good right now, though, man. I mean, this is just, and I remember reading an article on the Weekly Reader when I was in like between sixth or seventh grade or whatever. Um, there was an article in regards to the people in Africa were basically starving themselves because of lack of food and lack of resources, and that shit is happening right now. So it's just I just find it terrible, man. I just feel bad for these people, and I don't know how they're going to be able to survive. So it's difficult, man, and a difficult challenge. So I kind of get it though, man. But don't starve yourself because of the high prices. I mean, just do what you can to get groceries, to put food on the table, breakfast, lunch, dinner. I mean, come on, man. We don't need anybody to we don't need anybody to be dead off of starvation. We don't need that. Anyway, let's see. So let's see. Now we do need to talk about this. So let's see. Um Survey funds. Yes, here we go. Here we go. So another eat and drink scenario is, of course, New York City. New York City is known for having some of the most lively and diverse farmers markets across its streets. Lawn Love, a lawn care service, did a study that only affirmed that New York is one of the best places to host a farmers market. In celebration, in celebration of National Farmers Market National Market Week, um, which was from August 7th to the 13th. I didn't know this. Lawn Love decided to go deeper into the study of farmers markets around the country. According to their 2022's Best Cities for Farmers Markets, written by Save um, My um, Mave, Sav Mave, NYC ranks at the top of the list. Lawn Love took into account that the city's accessibility, whether average consumer spending, and how highly the markets rank based on consumer feedback. They also look into the types of products the farmers sold, like dairy, produce, and baked goods. NYC's access and convenience propelled it to the top spot on the list. Farmers Market helped keep the city connected, giving New Yorkers a chance to get out of their apartments and into the community, said Maeve. It's not hard to score fresh produce or artis- artisanal treats in a walkable city that boosts more than 130 farmers markets. Even in chilly winters, NYC stays on top with Lawn Love, ranking it the best cold city to walk through for winter's bountiful farmers markets. Falling into second, third, and fourth place are California cities, San Francisco, Los Angeles, and Salinas, respectively. The Golden State is known for its agricultural prowess. California grows more than one third of the nation's vegetables and dominates the organic market. Of course, if you want to learn more about the best cities for farmers markets and much more, check out Lon Love's statistical articles here. Okay. Okay. Now, the other day I was watching The Rookie, one of the episodes, and the crazy shit is I never even heard of cream brulee. Cream brulee. I I haven't heard about this because I didn't even know New York. I didn't know New York had this, so I figured I could just look this up actually. So I'm going to do that. Actually, I have a list. I have a list of places where it's like where it's I have a list of places actually. So we have damn. So in New York we have Quality Bistro, Little Prince, Little Prince. You have what is it? I'm sorry about that. Yeah, Emily, La Grande, Butchery, Spot Dessert Bar, Mia's Bakery, um, Lee Lee Parisian, Patisserie Fouet, Butchery West Village, Butchery Union Square, Bibbles and Sip, Mia's Bakery, and of course Kasaki Room by Yamada. That's basically a list of places in New York where you could try out the cream brulee. Now I'm recommending this because I never tried it before. So for you folks out there in the New York area, if you are curious to know what cream brulee is, I'm actually gonna break it down to you. Let me hold on. Yeah, let me break it down to you. So I'm gonna just look up on what cream brulee is. Because I know many of you may not know what that is, so I'm probably gonna do a little breakdown. Cream brulee. What is cream brulee? Um, what is cream brulee? What is cream brulee? Hold on. Yes, what is cream brulee? All right, so um, all right, let me do this though, man. Let me give a shout out to the person that came in. Shout out to the guys. Shout out to the guys that is from the podcast Geeked Up, formerly known as the Inside Wolves podcast. I just saw it actually. So shout outs to the guys from the Inside Wolves crew. So shout outs to y'all for joining this New York podcast live stream. Now, cream brulee, um, cream brulee, also known as burnt cream or Trinity cream, and virtually identical to the original cream Catalana, is a dessert consisting of a rich custard base topped with a layer of hardened caramelized sugar. And I think they add and the ingredients they put in there is cream, sugar, egg, or egg yolks, and they put vanilla in there. So that's basically um so that's basically how you make it. Actually, there's actually recipes that you can learn how to do. So I'm gonna leave it up to you folks out there that want to learn how to make it. So you can actually Google how to make cream brulee. All right. So there you go, right there. And and let me see. You know what? I'm gonna save the I'm gonna save the restaurants and stuff for next week. For next week though, you know what I'm saying? I'll save the restaurants and stuff like places to eat and stuff like that for next week. And of course I'll get more some New York related stuff. Um and I did create a new segment. I'm not gonna really say until maybe one of the future episodes. I'll probably premiere it. So we'll see what's going on here. So Um. Anyway, man, there's a segment that I haven't done in a long time, actually, and I haven't had a chance to actually do this. So, um, haven't had a chance to do this actually. So it's been a minute. So it's been a minute actually. So it's been a minute actually. So I'm gonna actually get into it right now. Actually, so um, all right. Let me look up the information in regards to the the House of a Dragon. All right, so I'm gonna look up the synopsis of House of a Dragon. Yeah, let's look up the synopsis. So I'm not gonna do any spoilery and shit though. So I'm not gonna really. Okay, let's go to so um the synopsis. Let's go to the synopsis actually. I'm gonna actually get to let's get to it. So we're gonna go to TV show checkouts, man. I haven't done that segment in a long time, so let's get to this TV show checkouts right here, man. And this is basically one of the things that people enjoy doing. And yeah, this is gonna be thrilling, man. So so yeah, so we're gonna get into it right now, man. So um let's get to it though. Okay, trying to look for something that's um all right. The okay. Um all right, so TV show checkouts, right? Now this one is going to be a little different though, man. And this is going to be pertaining to some TV shows, not just for you to check out, but also the new ones that's coming out, and the ones that just that got renewed months ago. So there's this new prequel in terms of um the previous HBO series Game of Thrones, and this is pertaining to House of a Dragon. Now get to the I'm gonna get to it right now. So Game of Thrones prequel series House of a Dragon released its first full trailer on Wednesday, July 20th, ahead of the cast and creators' appearance at Comic Con International San Diego. Both series are based on author George R. Martin's books, with the new series taking the core of its story from Fire and Blood. House of the Dragon stars Patty Considine as King Viserys Targaryen, Emma D'Arcy as Princess Rhaenyra Targaryen, Matt Smith as Prince Daemon Targaryen, um, and Olivia Cook as Alicent Hightower. The series is based on author Martin's A Song of Ice and Fire book series, and its companion materials and set is set primarily in Westeros during a time of great political upheaval. House of the Dragon has been in development for several years, though the title has changed a couple of times during that process. Martin wrote on his blog in response to news of the series pickup announced in 2019. It was actually the first concept I pitched to HBO when we started talking about a successor show way back in the summer of 2016. Set around 200 years before the events of Game of Thrones, the series tells the story of a turbulent period of House Targaryen, one that set sibling against sibling and dragon against dragon. The point of contention: who should rule on the Iron Throne, of course. If you like to know a bit more of what the show will be about, well, I can't actually spill the beans. Martin sees in his blog, blah blah blah. I'll look up the synopsis in a second, but you might want to pick up a copy of two anthologies I did with Gardner, the Zoe, Dangerous Women and Rogues, and then move on to Arch Archmaster Archmaester um 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 Golden's History, Fire and Blood. Dangerous Women include what press materials describe as a 35,000 word novella by Martin called The Princess and the Queen, or The Blacks and the Greens, which which is about the dance of the dragons, the vast civil war that tore Westeros apart nearly 2 centuries before the events of A Game of Thrones. Rogues, meanwhile, include Martin's story, The Rogue Prince or A King's Brother, which um, chronicles the early life adventures, misdeeds, and marriages of Prince Daemon Targaryen, considered one of the best rogues in the entire story of Ice and Fire. Of course, readers of Fire and Blood will immediately recognize moments adapted from the book in a teaser trailer that debuted on May 5th, 2022 of this year, released in the released in November 2018. Fire and Blood is the first novel of a two-part history of the Targaryens in Westeros. Centuries before the events of A Game of Thrones, House Targaryen, the only family of dragon lords to survive the doom of Valyria, took up residence of Dragonstone, according to the book's description on the author's site. Fire and Blood begins their tale with the legendary Argon and Conqueror, creator of the Iron Throne, and goes on to recount the generations of Targaryens who fought to hold that iconic seat all the way up to the Civil War that nearly tore their dynasty apart. The new trailer announcement also included new character posters of the principal cast. Martin revealed that he had watched a couple of more episodes and provided his thoughts in an April 2022 blog post. And he said, I saw rough cuts of a couple more episodes of House of the Dragon and was just as pleased as I was with the earlier episodes. Ryan and Miguel and the cast and crew are doing great work. Those of you who like complex, conflicted, great characters as I do will like the series. I think there will be plenty of dragons and battles to be sure, but the spine of the story is the human conflicts, the love and the hate, the character drama rather than action adventure. Martin wrote, and I'm not gonna get to. I'm not gonna get to. You know what? I'm not gonna. I'm not. I don't want to spoil it though, man. But I will say this though. Of when it's gonna premiere. So, House of the Dragon. Hold on. Let me look up the synopsis real quick, man. Hold up. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. So to get an idea on what this shit is about, I want to actually I want to see the synopsis. Actually, that's what I want to see. Um. Okay. So, House of the Dragon is an upcoming American fantasy drama television series that is a prequel to the television series Game of Thrones, that was released between 2011 to 2019, both based on on the on the A Song of Ice and Fire books based by George R. Martin. The prequel series is created by Martin and Ryan J. Kondo for HBO and is based on portions of Martin's 2018 novel Fire and Blood. Kondo and Miguel Sapochnik are showrunners for House of the Dragon. Set 200 years before the events of Game of Thrones, the series chronicles the beginning of the end of House Targaryen, the events leading up to and covering the Targaryen War of Succession, known as the Dance of the Dragons. So it's going to be premiering on August 21st, which is Sunday. Sunday, August 21st on HBO Max. All right. And of course, one of my favorite TV shows that also got renewed is Archer, the the action cartoon got renewed for season 13, and it's going to be coming out Wednesday, August 24th on FXX. And then there's the DC TV show Stargirl that got renewed for season 3. It premieres on Wednesday, August 31st on the CW. All right. So there you go right there, man. There you go right there, man. I'll save the rest of the TV shows for when we reach September. All right. Okay. Let me see how much time we have here, man. All right. All right. Okay. So, if you like to support this show right here, you're more than welcome to actually do that. You can go to my Cash App, which is G Money Stacks 555. That's $ capital G, lowercase MONEY, capital S, lowercase TACKZ 555. Once again, it's not about breaking the bank. It's all about doing the best you can on whatever amount of money you are comfortable donating. Will be appreciated, though, man. Don't worry about having a lot of money to show more support. It doesn't matter what the amount is, though. You know what I'm saying? Any amount counts. Okay. Don't worry about that. So anyway, man, I like to actually draw my attention to podcast free game mechanisms, man. Let's go into it real quick, actually. So I have to really get the chimes ready, man. So here we go. All right, this segment is about those who are interested in making a podcast like I'm doing right now, with 3 podcast shows underneath my belt. Listen, you need some important equipment. The first key ingredient equipment that you need to start a podcast is some headphones. You also need a microphone right here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you also need a microphone right here. So there you have it right there. You also need a laptop to do your live streams on YouTube, whether you are doing it on Twitch, whatever it is. Anyway, so you also, if you have a unique name of what you're gonna name your show, make sure it represents your vision and a name that nobody has never heard before, and And don't worry about the people who don't like the name of your podcast show. So it doesn't really matter. It's all about you. It's all about you. So there you go, right there. And also, when you are uploading your episodes, actually, let me take you to the process of how you actually upload episodes. So, what you want to do is go to this website. It's called savemp3.app. That's the one I'm actually using to convert the YouTube videos to MP3, which is easy. Depending on how long your video episode of your podcast is going to be, whether it's over an hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours, which you rarely see. I can't say you rarely see people do a 3 hour episode, but if it's like that, then it's probably by accident. So basically, what I'm going to tell you next is you want to create an account for StreamYard, which is one of the supporting softwares that I use to connect my 3 YouTube channels, which is G Money Stacks 555, Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast Review Show, and the Sports Podcast channel page that I'm actually going to provide and add a name to the title. So I'm not gonna really say exactly. So anyway, so I would like to actually guide you through this. So what you want to do is you can put your email address on there, or the podcast show email address on there. Either way, it'll probably work. So if you want to do that, so go ahead and do that. So basically, if you get an email from the people from StreamYard, it's going to send you a 6-number login code. When you get your email, you take a look at it, you copy and paste the 6 numbers of your, so you can log in, and by the time you log in, you should be good to go. And what I like about StreamYard is that it allows you to share invite links to people. Well, the free version, you get to invite up to 6. The upgraded version, you got to pay. Now, and also, you want to make sure you be on your P's and Q's with confidence behind the microphone. Of course, most importantly, find your voice. You know what I'm saying? Find your voice is important. Be you. Don't try to be like anybody else, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if you're looking for a website to convert your videos to MP3, you can go to save.mp3.app. You can copy and paste your YouTube link from one of the videos and stuff, and you want to go to video content. You go to YouTube Studio. You get to copy the link. You get to copy and share the link, and then you paste it to the search engine of save.mp3.app, and then you go to search, and then it should appear. So you might want to wait a day or two. So it'll take some time for these videos on YouTube to actually upload and get posted. So there you go, right there, man. And I think I'm gonna go to our last segment of the night. Last segment of the night is stream choices on the go, man. All right. Here we go. You like what you heard in today's episode and other previous episodes whatsoever, and you like to show some support, go ahead and show some love by following Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast on Facebook and Instagram, alongside with my sports podcast, which is Excellent Fun Vibrant Podcast, the Sports Edition show, and the review show, Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast. So there you go, right there. And you can also follow me on the primary gram handle, which is G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. All right. Don't forget to turn your notifications for updates of when each episode is going to be dropping, and anything that comes up or whatever, I'll make sure that I try to actually let you know about it. And also check out this petition that I just told you about in episode 175, which is a petition in regards to banning hair discrimination and making it illegal. So here's the website right here. Go to the website right here, which is www.thecrownact.com. All right. Now, that's www.thecrownact.com. Now, on that website, it gives you a chance for you to share on Twitter and Facebook. All right. So, and once you share that along with everybody, and also you can also make a difference by signing the petition. So the link is in my link. It's in the link tree that says in the link tree of Linktree/G Money Stacks 555. That's the link in bio right there. And when you click on there, you're gonna see the petition, which was organized by the people from Dove and other organizations. All right. And speaking of link in the bio, you can leave a voice message on anchor.fm/G Money Stacks. Of course, you can actually, if you have any questions or anything like that for me or anything like that whatsoever, feel free to actually do that. And yeah, speaking of link in bio, man, let's get to it. So we are on Anchor, Audacity, Audible, Audio Burst, Amazon Music, Breaker, Castbox FM, Deezer, Listen Notes, Moon FM Podcast, Player FM Podcast, Pocket Cast, Podbay, Podfriend, Podopolo, Podorama, Podcast Index, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Podverse, Reason FM, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Google Podcasts, and you can leave a 5-star rating on Podchaser, Podfriend, and Spotify. That would be appreciated right there. So yeah, that would be appreciated. And you can listen to Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast on Radio Public, iHeartRadio, the #1 app for music, radio, and podcasts. And make sure you follow my other 2 shows that's on iHeartRadio as well, which is Excellent Fun Vibrant Podcast, the Sports Edition show, which is going to actually be going through not so much of a name change, but just to add one word to the title. So there you go, right there. And you can also follow my other platform, Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast Review Show. So there you go, right there, man. And last but not least, the YouTube. Make sure you go ahead and grab that subscribe button. Click on that noti bell so you can be reminded when the show goes in the air via live stream. Leave a like and a comment along with the episodes and the topics that was being discussed in today's episode and other previous episodes and the latest episodes that you missed. You can catch up on the episodes on the YouTube channel page of G Money Stacks 555 is where you're going to be subscribing to. And also share the episodes, more video content, upcoming episodes, previous latest episodes for you to catch up on in case you missed it. And share the episodes, share the videos, download these episodes, tell a friend to another friend, stream these episodes on every streaming platforms, and word of mouth is important, so spread the word to everybody. And as this show approaches a 2-year anniversary and of course reaching episode 200, so that'll be something to celebrate about too. So you can also share the podcast along with the link that says Linktree/GMoneyStacks555 alongside with the added link that I added to the Linktree of the Crown Act petition to end hair discrimination. And along with the audio streaming platforms that I just mentioned, with your wives, your husbands, your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your friends, the people you're cool with from work, and the ones that's morally supporting your career. So there you go, right there, folks. Like I always say at the end of the show, the grind does not stop. New York was not built in a day, so trust the process in terms of the things that you are creating, whether you're creating content for your YouTube channel, whether it's a radio show, podcast show, whether you are a radio personality, podcast host like myself, along with any other career that you're trying to get into. Of course, it's important to actually, find something that makes you happy mentally, physically, and spiritually. Okay? And of course, make sure you find your voice, be confident behind the microphone if you're recording any episodes for your YouTube channel, your Twitches, your Facebook, LinkedIn, which I don't use, and of course, make sure you're on your P's and Q's. Consistency is important, and of course, be you, be yourself. Don't worry about pleasing other people, man. And also, before I forget, make sure that you find something that gets you into your zone. So get in the zone. Consistency is important when it comes to creating content and everything else. So yeah, that's gonna do it for me. This is your man, G Money Stacks. I'm G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator, and stuff like that, which you probably know in the beginning of each intro. Thank you very much for listening and tuning in and rocking with me, man, on episode 176, titled Why Sharks. And and we got some more new topics, serious and funny topics to actually talk about and stuff like that. So I will see y'all in the next episode. And peace and one love, man. And I will see y'all next time. And of course, enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy your weekend. Be careful out there. Be safe out there. If you're going to any events that I just mentioned in episode 175 in terms of things to do for the weekend, for the 3-day weekend, please be safe. Be careful out there and all that other stuff. So there you go right there, man. All right, I'm out of here. I'm off this shit, man. Peace and one love, and
Good night, folks.